Hey everyone, what's up? It is Laura and Vanessa Marano. Woohoo! Yes, wave. Hi.
Hello.
Hi guys. Today is Safer Internet Day
Or Internet Safety Day if you did the hashtag wrong like me.
Hey, it's okay. We've all been there. We've all done hashtags wrong. And so we wanted to talk to you guys about some of the things that we've learned. Also just talk to you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen, but we've done a movie together called Saving Zoe, which is on Netflix right now in a few countries, including America.
And Amazon Prime in Western Europe, I believe.
Well, yeah, I didn't give all the countries for Netflix. So it's America, Canada,
New Zealand, Australia.
South Africa. And it's coming to Latin America April 1st. Yes, Nikki_Hems.3. That is the girl from Gilmore Girls.
So we just wanted to talk about everything that we have learned through working with Equality Now, which is an amazing organization, and everything we learned through
Thirst
working.
Project.
There we go, Thirst Project, love them. But everything we learned working on Saving Zoe, obviously, internet safety is a central theme of Saving Zoe.
Without giving too much away.
And it became very, very important to us through working on it, especially because that's how we communicate now, is through the internet. So even though it's a big, scary place and a lot of horrible things can happen, it's still how we communicate. So it's not just shunning the internet, it's figuring out how to use it as a tool and use it safely without getting affected by it in a negative way.
Yeah, totally, exactly. And so we wanted to talk to you guys, answer any questions. I think we're going to try to guess some people. We'll probably do that near the end because, as some of you know, watching my lives, sometimes it goes very well, sometimes it goes terrible.
Laura M. Updates brought up how did we both feel speaking at the UN. It was incredible to take Saving Zoe to the UN and show clips of the film. Actually, a survivor of sexual exploitation spoke, and it was incredible to hear her and hear everything that she had been to, everything she had overcome, and really how important it is that we listen to people who have survived through those experiences and take their knowledge of how we can prevent this from happening. It was nuts because we optioned the book when Laura was 12, right? 11. And
Close.
That was the same year that the girl who spoke started being trafficked. So it's kind of nuts to think that we were optioning a book at the time that she was going through one of probably the most horrible experiences anyone can actually go through, and how through kismet, whatever, we all ended up at the UN to talk about this issue and to bring awareness of it and really hopefully change the way we view and shape how we use the internet and bring awareness of how vulnerable you can be, but also how powerful you can be if you're aware.
Yeah, 100%. Also, I'm looking at some of your comments right now and it's making me smile. Just shout out to Chrissy, because I just saw your comment and she was so proud of you, and I'm I'm so proud of you. But yeah, we filming Saving Zoe and making Saving Zoe has been such an incredible experience, and for us it's been really interesting and special hearing people who relate to Zoe's journey and Zoe's experience. It's been heartbreaking to hear about it because obviously if you guys haven't seen the movie, by the way, hopefully not too many spoilers coming for people who haven't seen the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, watch it now and then rewatch this live. But obviously Zoe's experience comes from one, having images and different things of her being used without her permission on the internet, and two, not knowing what to do about it. So not knowing who to tell, how she can tell it,
Being embarrassed.
Yeah, feeling like she has a responsibility. She felt guilty about it, which is so sad and heartbreaking. And if anyone who is watching this has experienced this, please know this is not your fault at all. And there are people out there who want to help, and we want to help you guys get that help.
To make this a little lighter, kind of, Equality Now put together a quiz to test everyone's knowledge about internet safety, about different statistics. Laura and I sound like a broken record, but literally learned so much through making the film, and then even more through promoting the film. And so in this quiz features a few things that we learned from Equality Now and from survivors. So
it's on my Instagram story right now, so if you guys want to take it.
It's linked in my bio.
Also, by the
Did I
way,
say that right?
you did. That was great. Can we just take a second to see how Vanessa's hair has these absolutely beautiful highlights? And I am so much darker than you. This like has never happened in our entire life.
The majority of our life was different. We were just recently switched at hair.
We were. Okay, before you get into that, I want to see if there's any questions in this handy question box. Let's just go straight here. Hi, Eric.priv. _. I don't know if you guys can see who's asking the question, but Eric.priv did. How is filming Saving Zoe? And also love you. First of all, thank you. So sweet. Love you back. Saving Zoe, filming it was very intense.
Yeah, it was very stressful. It was really, really actually kind of awful in the best way, but also like we were so sleep deprived.
Don't feel the exact same way, Vanessa.
Ew, so sleep deprived.
Yes, it was a very sleep deprived experience. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's okay. We're going to go with it.
That's from the sleep deprivation, even though it occurred like 2
years ago. It still has stuck with me. Yeah, I thought it was really special and amazing in its own way, but I was very tired for sure.
It's also such a heavy subject to be making a film about that was, I think, emotionally exhausting, as well as producing for the first time, which was mentally and physically exhausting.
Just so much exhaustion. Okay, hold on. Someone really wants to know if I have a crush. Hold on.
There was one up here. Hold
on. I'm not sure.
All right.
Okay, let's just hold on. This is great for us looking at this. There are lots of questions I want to answer, but we're trying to be specific with any. Aw. Okay, well, I just want to do this because this is sweet. It has nothing to do with Saving Zoe, but that's how you inspired me to learn ASL and about deaf culture.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm very happy about that. Switch to Birth was such an amazing experience because of that. It was really, really
and
wonderful.
Vanessa really does know quite a bit of ASL.
I spent 6 years learning lines with Jack Jason, Marley Mountain's interpreter, who would teach me sign language every weekend.
And Vanessa would always think I knew how to speak ASL.
Well, everybody else I was working with.
No, I know. But we would be like at a party and we'd be like at the corner of or like we'd be on other sides of the room of the party and Vanessa would just like start signing to me. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying.
What a brilliant description of Internet Safety Day.
What can I say? Hey, we're also answering other questions because we miss you guys and we want to talk to you guys. Okay, one more question, then we're going to get more into Internet Safety Day. Also, Safer Internet Day, Vanessa. Safer Internet Day. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Someone asked, is Zoe 101 on Netflix?
I know.
I don't know if Zoe 101's on Netflix or not.
I don't know either. But Saving Zoe is. How has Saving Zoe changed your perspective on life? Awesome question. Pratyasha.wrath. Sorry if I'm completely butchering your username. Vanessa, you go first.
Well, I think, it changed our lives in the fact that it was our first time producing. It was our first time working together as producers, the first time in a long time working together as actors. So that was awesome and incredible. And also making something that I think really affected us and made us really want to become vocal about an issue that affects us, affects a lot of our fans. And, we've been really fortunate that we've worked on a lot of things that have connected with people a lot. I know Austin and Ally has, Switched at Birth has, Gilmore Girls connected with me on a level that I completely understand fandom as a result of Gilmore Girls. But I think this project specifically, we felt so impassioned and such a sense of an excited responsibility to share what we have learned through it and to raise awareness, because at the end of the day, this is something that isn't discussed that often, and we're in a changing world where, like, right now we are talking to fans via Laura's iPad right now, which is something we couldn't do 10 years ago. Like I said before, this is how we communicate now. This is how the majority of the world communicates, and we have to adapt with the times because, unfortunately, as it gets so much cooler, like that we can do this, it also gets so much more dangerous because predators now have access to new technology that makes it easier to prey on people. And it's like, let's discuss it. Let's make it understandable that we can do something about it. We can all bring awareness and talk about it so we all feel knowledgeable and we all feel safe that if we are in a situation or we know someone is in a situation, we know how to handle it.
Yeah.
We know we're not alone. And there are tools in order to make that not horrible.
Yeah, exactly. So for anyone just joining in being like, what is happening? I've joined in. I'm confused. Today is Safer Internet Day, and Vanessa and I have really become more and more excited to help and spread awareness about using the internet safely from our movie Saving Zoe and from our experience with it, from our experience filming it to our experience promoting it. We've learned so much. And so, you know, I know you do too. We use the internet on a daily basis. I use it often with social media. Obviously, you guys do too. Maybe not often, but we're literally talking on social media right now. And I think the internet and social media is such an incredible tool and such an incredible way to connect. But it's just about learning different ways to be safe and use the internet in a fun way and still in a safe way. So we worked with Equality Now on doing a cool quiz. So, spoiler alert, Equality Now actually did definitely most of the work.
Equality Now did all of the work.
Yeah, let's
Equality
just be honest.
Now
Let's
made
be
the
honest
quiz,
here.
sent us the quiz, gave us the link for the quiz.
Yeah, asked us our opinion on stuff and then was perfect. But they really, Equality Now rocked it out. But there's some questions. I don't want to give the whole thing away, Vanessa.
Okay, so we're gonna pick specific questions. So there's 3 questions that Laura put in her story already. So I'll just bypass those questions.
By the way, first time using the quiz option. Maybe it wasn't the first time, but it was my first time. I feel like really using it. Didn't know there was a number limit on the question, which did make this a little difficult, but that's okay.
All right. So our first one, we're gonna get in it.
Let's get in it.
We're gonna get hectic right away. All right. Every day, photos of children and teens being sexually abused are posted online. Do you know how many of these photos and videos are reported by tech companies in a year? So in a year, how many children and teens being sexually abused in a video or an image, how many in a year are reported by the tech companies?
You guys don't necessarily have to answer it in the comments if you want to. We're going to give you the answer.
So these are our multiple choice options. 45 million photos and videos, 3 million photos and videos, 100 million photos and videos, 500,000 photos and videos. So how many are reported in a year by Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat? Someone
yes,
said...
wait. Yes, all the answers. I just saw the right answer.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm actually curious what a lot of you think. Instagram comments on live are so strange because it's so timed.
Someone put a really, really specific number that wasn't one of the multiple choice options.
Okay, so a few people have said the right answer and a few people haven't, and that's totally fine. It is, so I'm just going to call it the first one I saw, which is saw.nti_874. Hey. 45 million.
45 million online photos and videos were flagged by tech companies last year, and more than double the previous year. So that's crazy. It's doubled, which is good because it's getting reported, but at the same time, that just means more and more are happening, right? Now, what Equality Now did, which I think is really, really cool, is that they've put links to also all the information as well. They put links to where the statistics are. They've also put links to places that you can go to for questions or for help, which is really, really awesome. All right, I'm going to the next question.
Yes.
Hold on.
Also, I just saw a request for us to speak a little slowly because yes, Victoria, I am 1225, got it right. I am very proud of you. But some people who are watching don't necessarily speak English, so they're using a Google Translator. So
that must be a nightmare. I'm very proud of everyone who's able to do that.
We need to learn more than, you actually know more than English, which is...
Thank you. It was very difficult it's very difficult for the interpreters to interpret for me on Switched at Birth to many of our deafcast because I talk so fast. Yes.
Yeah.
So shout out to anyone.
She was on Gilmore Girls.
Shout out to anyone who is an interpreter or a language translator. You're doing impressive work. All right. So let's see. Should we do this one?
Yes.
All right.
This one is one of those that's you guys, will know the answer, but this is a really important one for someone who is struggling with this or if this has happened to. So be aware and listen.
All right.
Okay.
You posted a somewhat private image online, and now someone is threatening to share your private pictures. Do you know what this is called? Nothing. It's no big deal.
It's not that one.
Screenshotting. Sextortion.
It's called sextortion. It actually has a name, which I think for a lot of people that's going to, I like someone said cyberbullying. That was a great guess. It's I guess that we could call it a form of cyberbullying, but it's has its own name.
It's interesting because bullying is terrible and awful and crosses so many lines, but this crosses a line into blackmail, into tormenting and trying to get something out of you without your consent. Actually, they have a little bit of the definition here, which is sextortion is considered harassment and exploitation and is commonly referred to as sextortion. It takes on different forms, but at its core, it is the threat to expose sexual images in order to make a person do something. These threats come from both strangers met online and once intimate romantic partners attempting to harass, embarrass, and control their victims, which I think is really interesting because there's strangers who are attempting to traffic, attempting to extort, but there's also people who maybe you trusted, maybe you had a romantic relationship with, maybe you had a friendship with, who have made the decision to extort you in this way. And I think that one is, I mean, obviously all are awful, but that one I think is a big head trip because it's coming from someone you previously trusted.
Yeah.
And also, if you were responsible for providing them with that image in a private matter and now they're threatening to go public with it, then I think a lot of the times you think, oh, wow, it's my fault. The world's going to see this as my fault. The world's going to see this as my doing. It's never that way. No one ever has the right to use an image or video without your consent. And no one ever has the right to blackmail you into doing something.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's funny because I feel like that's something we think that we would all know and realize, but when you're in that position or in that situation, it's not so obvious. So just something to keep in mind and something for you to know for your own experience or for friends or peers going through a similar experience.
Mm-hmm. This is a good one. Do you know how to have sexually explicit pictures, videos, or pictures and videos you are uncomfortable with removed from social media if they make you feel threatened or unsafe? And your options are yes, I think so, but I'm not sure. No.
All the options.
I'm going to go for the sake of what I want the answer to be. I think so, but I'm not sure.
All the answers also have this, by the way.
Well, I like this one because it's very reassuring, which is, that is okay. It can be confusing. And this is what's so great about this quiz and what's so great about equalitynow.org and all the resources they have on there is literally once you click that, there is a link and it goes, here is how to remove any media you are uncomfortable with from Facebook. And you can click the link and there is a bunch of information about how to do so. So that's what's really incredible too, is it's okay if you don't know. It's okay if you're confused. There are resources to help you.
Yes, exactly. Okay, hold on. Let's go and look at some questions real quick. Okay, hold on. Well, hold on. Let me do it again. Okay. This is kind of interesting. What are your thoughts on kids having internet friends?
Oh, interesting. There's actually a question about that. Hold
Vanessa,
on.
great segue.
Thank you so much. Oh, here it is. It's specific. You're playing Fortnite, and this person messages you and says they go to school with another friend of yours, so you start chatting. They seem cool. They invite you to meet them for a snack after school. Should you go meet them? So I'll be honest, I got this one wrong. I immediately wrote, no, do not go meet them. Because
Vanessa's slightly antisocial, and that's okay.
But also, like, paranoid.
And paranoid.
But the correct answer is...
Nope, that's not the correct answer.
What is the correct answer?
The correct...
Oh, God, now
the
I just
correct
made it go away.
answer... Vanessa clicked, yes, go by yourself and
No,
don't tell anyone.
I didn't mean to click that. I didn't mean to click that.
The correct...
going.
The correct answer is... maybe, you know, you don't have to make a choice, yes or no, 100%. But if you're going to meet an internet friend that you've met on a video game or an app or a social media platform, it's just about, I just saw actually someone say, yes, Meg, yes, Mrs. Thorson 629, just do research. If they say they know a friend of yours, ask the friend, bring someone with you, meet in a public place.
Maybe, now I'm back. I had to retake the quiz in order to get back, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Maybe do some checking, but if you go to meet them, tell a friend or trusted person where you are going. I would go one step further and say, if you are, bring someone with you.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a child, you need to inform your parent. You need to have a discussion with your parent. And if your parent feels comfortable, then go with your parent is the way that I would say. Equality Now breaks it down as it's okay to meet friends, new or old, but just remember to tell someone, a friend or a parent or a trusted person, where or when or where you're going to meet that person. If you're going to meet that person, remember it's always a good idea to meet in a public place. You never know. Not everyone is who they say they are. So it's probably a good idea to do some checking. In this case, ask your friend before you agree to meet anyone. To find out any tips about staying safe online from Vanessa and Laura Marano, go here.
And you'll go to a video that we made that is a PSA about being safe on the internet.
Which features some of our other Saving Zoe casts.
Yes. So for the person who asked this question, I feel like I'm okay with kids having internet friends if research is done, and you are, the word of the day, safe about it.
I think the most important thing is the minute it starts crossing into a line where A, you feel uncomfortable, or A, that person is asking for things from you, or saying, oh, I'll pay for that upgrade in this game if you send me something. That's always a horrible sign. And I think it's hard to have this conversation with kids. We actually did a lot of Q&As with Saving
Teens,
Zoe,
yeah.
with teens and with moms about how to approach having this conversation, because it is a hard conversation to have. And I think the most important thing is to be honest, to create an open dialogue, to, make it a safe space to ask questions for the kid, for you to ask questions to your child or your little sister or whatever, and really have a dialogue about, like, there's good people out there, but there's also people who may want to extort something out of you. And unfortunately, you have to be more on guard than not on guard. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be paranoid like I am in taking this quiz and answering the, not
questions,
as
yes.
the more, I was going to say, what's her face, Mrs. Havisham from Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. She stays in her house and is covered in cobwebs. Anyway,
I actually don't know if I've actually read Great Expectations. I only know
it's sad.
Have you read Great Expectations?
I've seen the film.
Okay, because I was like,
starring Helena Bonham Carter, and I think one with Gillian Anderson.
I
got way off topic.
Yeah, you're very experienced with Great Expectations.
So, what are your thoughts on kids having internet friends? The most important thing, again, is to be aware.
Yeah, and be safe.
Be safe. And once it starts crossing a line into someone trying to get something from you or someone trying to buy things for you, maybe they're not even trying to get something for you, but they're just like, oh, I'll buy you this, no strings attached. There's usually strings attached, and that's someone to stay away from.
Also, how do you say that word, Vanessa?
Attached.
Okay, I was just curious. Okay, guys, we are going to actually wrap this up, but we wanted to guess one person and see how it goes. But before we do that, thank you for tuning in and learning more about Safer Internet Day, which is today. Again, your bio has the quiz. My Instagram story has the quiz. You can take it if you want to learn more. Just be safe, because the internet's an amazing tool, but it's all about being safe and being good to each other.
And if you have any questions, there's a lot of different information on equalitynow.org. There's a lot of different information provided in the quiz. So hopefully that answers anything that you guys may have.
Totally. And again, we are so thankful for everyone who has watched Saving Zoe. Thank you guys. Every time that I've seen comments of how it's really affected people and how people are loving the film and even being heartbroken from the film, I'm like, oh, yay, I'm so happy you cried. But seriously, thank you guys so much. Okay, we're going to guess somebody. I have no idea how it's going to go. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Sometimes, it's connecting.
Hi.
Hi.
This is kind
Hi.
of crazy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Your name's Hannah?
Yes.
Hi,
Hey.
Hannah. Nice to
Hi.
meet you via Instagram Live.
I always love guesting people because I always feel like people never expect it. And so everyone's just always
No.
like, oh, no, wait, hold on.
I'm kind of freaking out right now.
How old are you, Hannah?
I'm 18.
Ah, yes. Are you
So-
in high school or are you going to college? Are you in college?
I'm currently a senior in high school. So,
Very nice.
That's amazing. That's so exciting.
You got some
Yeah.
killer French braids happening also.
thank you. I
Did you
it
do those
myself.
yourself?
Yes.
That's really
That's
difficult to do.
very impressive.
I'm
That's very
self-taught,
I don't
so.
know how to do
Yeah,
French
but
braids.
I
you're
can't do
better
it
at
on
doing
other
it.
people.
I can't do any
Say
braid.
that again, Hannah?
I can't do it on other people.
You can't only
but
do it on
I can do
yourself?
it on myself.
Isn't
it's
it
weird.
harder to do it on yourself than to do it on other people?
Not really. I don't
You're
know.
like, not for me. I just said
I
it's
don't-
easier for me.
I taught myself, so I don't really know.
Oh, that is so impressive. I can't even teach myself with some sort of online tutorial. Like I just don't have
You can't
the
do a
skill.
normal braid.
That's
That's
what I'm
just
saying.
3 strands.
I know. I mean, some people have talent and some don't, guys. Well, are you? Yes, you're in school right now.
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday.
Yes.
There's not a break. My dad, our dad, because we have the same parents.
Yeah. This is when you reveal it to me.
I know. That's so exciting. He has January off. Like he has a quarter system.
He's a college professor.
So for some
Oh,
reason, I
really?
was like, "Are you in school right now?" And I'm like, "No, you are in school right
it's
now."
funny because he started back at school.
I know, but he just started back this week. To be fair, I can't
We
say
actually
it's-
have Valentine's Day off.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's like the
you have
first year they've ever done that.
Well, because
Really?
it's probably in conjunction
Yeah.
with the President's Day off, right?
I don't know,
I think
honestly.
it's
We
just
have like a
because
5-day weekend.
That's
That's
the
nice.
best. That's
I know.
amazing.
We have Monday and Tuesday off because they're teacher work days.
Wait, hold on. You have
So-
Monday, Tuesday, and Valentine's Day off?
Yeah, and I
No,
technically
Valentine's Day
have
off and then
Thursday
Monday,
off.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, the next week.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
I technically have Thursday off, but I'm going to a trip with my choir to San Antonio.
Very
So
cool.
That's
exciting.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That
So
is
tomorrow's
so
my
amazing.
last day of the week.
Well, you're gonna rock the
Well-
choir. You're gonna rock it
Oh,
out.
Hannah,
thank you.
so much for watching
Oh.
this live stream.
Yes.
We're really excited that this worked. Last time I did a live stream with Laura, we tried to guess somebody. It did
No.
not work.
Story of my- I'm not sure what is wrong with everything in my life which becomes a technology. But I'm really happy this worked. You're awesome. It's so lovely to talk to you.
Thank you, you too.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.
I'm so happy it worked.
So that was an example of safely having a conversation
Yes.
via the internet.
By the way, what we just did can be dangerous.
Yeah. 100%.
I have experienced when you're about to guess somebody and not on Instagram, and then you're seeing an image that you don't want to see. So
Well, that's the thing is it can happen to anybody, but
Yeah.
that's why we all have to have conversations
And be safe.
discuss it and be safe. And like I said, if you have any questions, equalitynow.org is a great resource.
There's a bunny. Hold on. Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on, there's a bunny.
Can you zoom in? Oh, she's not having it. Oh, never mind. She's eating.
Okay, I don't want to disturb her. We shall call
We really
her.
don't want to disturb her.
Well, she might not want to be filmed. Okay, save for internet day. We shall call her Sarah, and she will be the bunny.
All right, so we're gonna go ask Sarah the bunny's permission if it's okay for us to use
Yes.
that image because that is literally what today is about.
It is truly. But seriously, love you guys. Have the best day. Be safe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.